Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sturris Center here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, home of the Aquinas the Saints, as well as host of the Grand Rapids Hall of Fame Volleyball Showcase. Here we are bringing to you at WCBN Sports the first game at this current moment, the Central Michigan Chippewas versus the Western Michigan Broncos. My name is Nick Hornberg, and usually, of course, WCBN Sports, the radio coverage of Michigan volleyball, and that will come later on this evening. Of course, Michigan slated to play Michigan State starting at 6:30. However, we will start here covering the Chippewas and the Broncos as the starting lineups are announced. This is the conclusion of a long day of volleyball, as each of the four teams has already played two games in a more or less round-robin format. Michigan beating the Western Michigan Broncos in a shortened game, 2-1, and then sweeping the Chippewas 2-0 earlier in the afternoon. And just as well as stated previously, Michigan and Michigan State will take the court in about an hour and a half against one another. But first, really an underrated rivalry in the state of Michigan, Central Michigan versus Western Michigan. As a brief pause in the action, Western Michigan will be considered the home team. And if you could hear that, that was announcing the starting lineups for the Western Michigan Broncos, who are considered to be the home team here in Grand Rapids. Of course, the Broncos not located all that far away over in Kalamazoo. As the teams ready to take the court here as the starting lineups standing out on the court. And we are ready to begin the first game of the Grand Rapids Volleyball Showcase here at the Sturris Sports and Fitness Center. Once again, I'd like to thank you very much for listening here to WCBN Sports coverage of the Grand Rapids Showcase. And Central Michigan starters have taken the court. And now Western Michigan, their starters, have broken formation as well. And now Colleen Munson giving her last words of advice to her team. Munson in her 15th spring as head coach at Western Michigan. And now the ball is rolled out, and it looks like it will be Kaylee Smith, defensive specialist, sophomore from Mendon, Michigan, who will serve first for the Broncos. And the serve from the left side, cross court, the dig by Kern. Butler, the front set, charging from the back is Kalina Smith. And now they play at the net. Garza with the set, and now feathered over by Williams, but kept in line. Butler the set, and now CMU the attack, and the attempted dump kill, and the successful dump kill by Garza. And Western Michigan takes the first point of the game, and Kaylee Smith will have an opportunity to serve again. And the serve cross, a dig by Sivertson, and now Garza, the set on the charge from the back is Meredith Phillips. And Central Michigan forced to give away the free ball. And then Phillips again. And Janelle Williams with the kill for the Broncos. Western Michigan up 2-0 early on in this young set. And Kaylee Smith will serve again. And Smith the delivery. The dig by Kern. And then Ara Williams on the charge, too far, out of bounds. And Western Michigan up 3-0 now early on in this game. As Kaylee Smith will stand to deliver again. Kaylee Smith cross-court, dig by Kern. Butler, the back set at the corner on the slide. Too far out of bounds is Maddie Whitfield, and a fourth straight point to start this game for Western Michigan. And brief pause. Kaylee Smith will serve for the fifth straight time. And now the dig by Kern. Butler, the set on the charge is Kalina Smith. And then Central Michigan taking its first point on the attack error by Willow Martin. Too far out of bounds. And Central Michigan will have their first serve of the afternoon. Aria Wilson will serve for the Chippewas. Sophomore from Davison, Michigan, from the left side. Off it goes cross court, and the dig by Kaylee Smith, and then the bump set by Garza, and Willow Martin will just have to give the free ball away. Butler, the set at the corner is Kalina Smith, and Western able to keep it alive, and it looks like it will be another free ball given away by Willow Martin. And then Butler, front set in the middle, and first kill of the game for Maddie Whitfield. And now Central Michigan has cut Western's lead in half, 4-2. And Aria Wilson will serve again. And here it comes. High arcing short range serve and an ace for Aria Wilson. Badly mishandled by Kaylee Smith. And now, just like that, Western Michigan started off on a 4-0 run. Now Central has responded with 3 straight points. And Aria Wilson will now serve and straight into the net as Western Michigan's lead extended back out to 2. And now it will be Willow Martin serving from the left side for the Broncos. And Martin the delivery across the court. Dig by Kern. Butler the play at the net. The overpass flushed straight down for another Western Michigan point by Janelle Williams. And will be another serve for Willow Martin. Now Martin the delivery. Dig by Kern at the knees. Butler the set on the run, and the play from the corner kept alive by the Broncos, and the block by Maddie Whitfield. And another point for Central Michigan. And now Megan Kern, the libero for the Chippewas, will serve. And now Garza, the set on the slide, is Janelle Williams. And now Carter at the corner, Kalina Smith, rather. And a point to the Broncos, skimmed the top of the net and went out of bounds. And now Kathleen Riley, the starting libero for the Broncos, will serve from the center. And across the dig by Kalina Smith, and the overpass kept in bounds by Smith, and the free ball given away on the run by Megan Kern. No, out of bounds. Point to Western Michigan, and the Chippewas doubled up once again by the Broncos, 8-4. And Western Michigan working quickly. Butler, the bump set, and Kalina Smith on the corner, and a kill for Kalina Smith. And Central Michigan cutting the deficit to 3 now. And now Grace Butler, starting setter for the Chippewas, will serve. The dig by Kaylee Smith, and then Garza the set on the corner, and the kill for Meredith Phillips. And just like that, Western Michigan up 4 again. And Marzo will now serve for Western Michigan. Marzo, same side delivery, dig by Kalina Smith. And then on the slide is Sivertson. And then the attack at the net and the kill for Kate Carey. And Western Michigan doubling up Central Michigan yet again. And now Marzo the delivery. The dig. And now Butler the set. Kalina Smith at the corner. And net violation called on Western Michigan. Point to Central. And now it will be Kalina Smith, sophomore from Powell, Wyoming, will serve for the Chippewas. And Kalina Smith, the delivery, jump serve straight into the net. And just like that, Western Michigan up 11-6. And it will be Kennedy Potts who will serve from the left side, middle left side of the court for Western Michigan. And jump serve on its way. The dig by Smith. Butler, the back set. And then Kapazinski at the corner block straight back. And now the bump set by Kern. Aria Wilson on the charge. Goes off speed. Kept alive. And Marzo, the set. Carey throws it over. And now bump set. And charging from the back is Kalina Smith. Western Michigan barely able to handle it. And the kill for Western Michigan by Cassandra Smeagol. And Western Michigan up 12-6 early on in the first set. And it will be another serve for Kennedy Potts. And Kennedy Potts skimming the top of the net. Having to dive is Megan Kern. And Sivertson able to get an attack over, but now Butler, the front set, far corner, Aria Wilson, and the kill for Aria Wilson. And now behind the service line for the Chippewas is number 6, Megan Sivertson. Sivertson delivers. Dig by Carey. Marzo the set and punched over more than anything by Smeagol. And then the attack and the kill by Maddie Whitfield. And now 12-8 in favor of the Broncos. Central Michigan has the serve. Megan Sivertson will serve again. And Sivertson, high arcing delivery, dig by Riley. Marzo, the set, Willow Martin at the corner, and a block. Straight back, finding the space, is Gabriela Kapazinski. And now Sivertson again. Marzo the set, Carey at the corner, and the kill by Kate Carey, the lefty, putting a little bit of spin on the ball that Butler not able to handle. And now 13-9 in favor of the Broncos. Now serving Cassandra Smeagol. Smeagol straight into the net from a standing position. And another service error for Western Michigan. And Central Michigan quickly gaining a foothold in this set once again, as it will be Grace Butler who will serve. Butler, high arcing delivery. And Marzo the set on the opposite corner. Kate Carey, the kill between the legs of Kalina Smith. Now 14-10 in favor of Western Michigan. And now Kaylee Smith serving from the left side for the Broncos. And the serve on its way. The dig by Kalina Smith. Butler off the step. And then Aria Wilson from the corner. Kept alive by Riley Marzo. The set on one foot. And the attack by Willow Martin. And the kill by Willow Martin. 15-10 in favor of Western Michigan. And now a timeout called by Mike Golick. About halfway through the first set, Western Michigan has a lead on Central Michigan, 15-10. Again, we'd like to thank you for listening here at WCBN Sports coverage of the Grand Rapids Showcase. This is the first leg. It is the first game of this late evening showcase, as stated earlier on in the broadcast. Michigan versus Michigan State will play at 6:30. That may be subject to being moved back depending on the result of this game and how long it goes. And Mike Golick talking it over with his team. Central Michigan getting blitzed out of the gate by Western Michigan. The Broncos scoring the first 4 points. Looked like Central Michigan might gain a foothold, but Western had them doubled up for a while. Western Michigan considered the home team today in this game, as Kalamazoo not very far from Grand Rapids. which is where we are right now at the Sturris Sports and Fitness Center, regular home of the Aquinas Saints. And now we are ready to resume play. Kaylee Smith on the left side. And cross-court serve, dig by Wilson. Butler, the set, charging from the back is Kalina Smith, barely kept alive by Riley. And then the bump set by Potts. Willow Martin, attack into the net, point to Central Michigan. And now it will be Aria Wilson. Behind the service line, her left. And jump serve, cross-court, skimming the top of the net. Riley having to get to the knees. And then Williams, the attack, and inbounds. Kill for Western Michigan, Janelle Williams. And now it will be Willow Martin, junior from Mason, Michigan, who will serve for Western Michigan. And from a standing position, dig by Kalina Smith. And now Kalina Smith on the charge off the set from Butler, and a very authoritative kill by Kalina Smith. And Central Michigan staying in this game, only down by 4, 16-12. But time starting to run out as Megan Kern, Central Michigan libero from LaGrange, Illinois, will serve. And now Marzo the set and the attack by Meredith Phillips. And it stayed in bounds. Point to Western Michigan. Took a second there, not sure whether that was in or out. And the serve skimming the top of the net is Riley. Butler, the set, Kalina Smith at the corner, and the kill for Kalina Smith. Kalina Smith demonstrating a powerful right arm. And now Grace Butler, sophomore from Hawthorne Woods, Illinois, will serve for the Chippewas. The dig by Kaylee Smith on the run. Now the set from Marzo. The slide, net violation committed. Point to Central Michigan. Now 17-14 in favor of the Broncos. And another serve by Butler on the run on its way. Marzo, the set at the corner is Phillips, and a block straight back by Kapazinski in Central Michigan. Closest they've been in a while, only down by 2, 17-15. Grace Butler has a bit of a strange serving motion, but now Marzo the set, Phillips, and the kill for Meredith Phillips puts Central Michigan out in front by 3 once again, 18-15. And Marzo will serve. Marzo, cross-court delivery. Dig by Kalina Smith. Off the run, the set from Butler. Kalina Smith charging again and blocked straight back by Carey. Megan Kern, the bump set, and off speed is Kalina Smith. But free ball given away by Western Michigan now. And now Butler, the back set on the corner. Sivertson on the slide. And a block, solo block by Meredith Phillips. And now 19-15 in favor of Western Michigan. And the delivery from Marzo. Dig by Smith. Butler the set at the corner. Kalina Smith goes big again and puts Kathleen Riley on the ground. And then a block straight back by Kapazinski. Central Michigan barely able to hang on. Now Kalina Smith in the opposite corner. Out of bounds. Point Western Michigan. And 20-15 now is Western Michigan's lead, and Marzo will continue to serve. And cross-court on its way. An ace from Marzo. Hit right at the feet of Kalina Smith. And now Mike Golick will take his second timeout with his team down 6, 21-15. Colleen Munson's Broncos only need 4 more points to take the first set in their favor. Both teams so far look to be in fairly decent form, especially considering that the actual season is not until the fall. And now short break in the action, 40 seconds left in this timeout. Once again, we'd like to thank you very much for listening to WCBN Sports coverage of the Grand Rapids Hall of Fame Volleyball Showcase. Now, covering Central Michigan versus Western Michigan in the first game of tonight's showcase. Bit of ambiguity earlier in the day whether WCBN would call this game, and ultimately the decision was made to call this game, and so far it's proven to be a good decision. Been treated to some good volleyball so far, and now Western Michigan's team has retaken the court. Marzo will be behind the service line as the Chippewas retake the court. Mike Gullick, not a whole lot to say there, as Central Michigan needs 10 points. And Western Michigan to score less than 4 to take the first set. And now Garza the delivery. Dig by Smith at the knees. Running bump set by Butler. Kalina Smith again goes off speed, kept alive by Phillips. And now Kate Carey blocks straight back, and it gets down. The block by Megan Sivertson. And Central Michigan getting that first point out of the timeout. And Kalina Smith will now deliver for the Chippewas. Good crowd here at Sturris Center, and Smith the serve straight into the net. And that's the risk you take when you serve as aggressively as Kalina Smith does. Of course, those of you who listen to our regular coverage of Michigan volleyball, well aware of that. Michigan's most effective servers are arguably Paige Jones and Natalie Smith, and both of them rack up a lot of errors due to their aggressive serving style. Now Butler the set on the run. Aria Wilson from the corner, kept alive by Riley. Marzo the set, and the kill by Cassandra Smeagol. Now 23-16. Western Michigan only needing 2 more points. Kennedy Potts behind the line. Potts the delivery, cross the court. Dig by Wilson, set by Butler. On the slide is Sivertson, and the block attempt by Willow Martin hits the pole. Point to Central Michigan. And now Sivertson. 23-17 in favor of the Broncos. Sivertson the delivery from a standing position. Dig by Potts. Marzo the set from the corner. Willow Martin, and another block by Maddie Whitfield and Gabriella Kapazinski. Now 23-18. Central Michigan trying to hang on. Sivertson the delivery. The dig by Riley. Marzo the set in the net is Smeagol. And the overpass given away by Central Michigan. Now Kate Carey from the corner, the lefty with the kill. And suddenly Western Michigan has forced set point 24-18. Central Michigan cannot concede any more points in this first set unless they score six straight. And now Cassandra Smeagol, opportunity to end the first set in Western Michigan's favor. And Butler the set on the slide is Maddie Whitfield. Out of bounds, point Western Michigan. And Western Michigan takes the first set against Central Michigan by a score of 25-18. And Mike Golick will no doubt have a few things to say to his team, as Western Michigan really looking the more aggressive team from top to bottom. And we will 3-minute break between set 1 and set 2. We will step away for about a minute or 2. And once again, we will be back in a short while. Do not go away. Thank you very much again for listening to WCBN Sports coverage of the Grand Rapids Hall of Fame Volleyball Showcase. And once again, going into the second set, Western Michigan leads 1-0, 25-18, the score of the first set. And we are back here at the Sturris Center for the second set of the first game of the Grand Rapids Hall of Fame Volleyball Showcase. Central Michigan versus Western Michigan. Western Michigan winning the first set in fairly convincing fashion, 25-18. And Colleen Munson has a lot to be happy about in the performance by the Broncos. And still taking a short break before the second set, and now Central Michigan will have the serve for the second set. Western Michigan having the serve for the first set, as they are considered to be the home team. Proximity very likely a factor in that. Western Michigan in nearby Kalamazoo. And Grace Butler will serve. Grace Butler on the run, the serve, and the dig at the knees by Riley. Marzo the set. Williams inbounds. And Western Michigan takes the first point of set 2, as they did with set 1. And now it will be Willow Martin serving for the Broncos. And Willow Martin, the serve. Dig by Kalina Smith. On the run is Grace Butler. Aria Wilson, too much out of bounds. Way too much heat on that attack from the corner by Aria Wilson. And Western Michigan out to a 2-0 lead. And now Willow Martin will serve a second time. Martin from a standing position. Low arcing serve. And dig by Smith. Back set by Butler. And attack from the corner. Net violation called on Western Michigan. Point given to Central in their first point of the second set. And now Aria Wilson will serve for the Chippewas. And a dig at the knees by Kaylee Smith. And the free ball given away by Martin. Dig at the knees by Kalina Smith. And then Whitfield. The attack blocked straight back by Janelle Williams. And Western Michigan out in front 3-1. And now Janelle Williams will serve for the Broncos. And Williams, the serve. Dig by Kalina Smith. And the back set and the attack on the slide from Maddie Whitfield in Central Michigan gets a point back. 3-2 in favor of the Broncos. And Megan Kern will now serve from the left side for the Chippewas. Kern, the cross-court delivery. A lot of heat on that dig by Kaylee Smith. And free ball given away. Now Kern the dig. Butler, the back set. And Kapazinski at the corner. And some contact there at the net. And now an attack from the corner is Phillips. And the overpass conceded. No, out of bounds. And a return error by Kalina Smith. And it will be 4-2 in favor of the Broncos. And Marzo, Broncos setter, will serve straight into the net. And another service error by the Broncos. They've committed pretty good number of those. And the serve by Butler. And Marzo, the running bump set, and charging the attack straight into the net is Willow Martin. And set tied at 4. And now Butler the serve again. Dig by Martin. Marzo the back set. And Phillips the attack and kept alive. And the free ball given away by Grace Butler. And Marzo the dump attack. And once again barely kept alive. Kern giving away the free ball. Marzo the set at the corner is Phillips. And the kill by Phillips. And now it will be Kennedy Potts who will serve for the Broncos. And Potts, the cross-court delivery, dig at the knees by Smith. Butler, the back set on the slide is Sivertson. And put high in the air by Potts, kept alive. And net violation called on Western Michigan. No, a double hit actually called on the Broncos. Point to Central Michigan. Second set knotted up at 5. And now the serve by Kalina Smith. Jump serve, dig by Riley. Almost an overpass, kept in by Marzo. And then on the charge is Willow Martin. Another point for the Broncos, 6-5. And now Riley the serve, dig by Kalina Smith. Butler the front set at the corner. Aria Wilson punches it over. Then Marzo the set and the block straight back by Sivertson. Point to Western Michigan. Sivertson going one-on-one against Janelle Williams at the net and winning.
Whitfield returns. Sivertson to serve.
Now Sivertson the serve. Marzo the set, Williams at the net, and the kill for Janelle Williams, making up for getting stuffed at the net by Sivertson by getting that point. Now Western Michigan up 7-6. And now Kaylee Smith will serve for the Broncos, and the dig by Aria Wilson. Butler the set, Smith on the corner, way too much heat. Out of bounds. And point to Western Michigan. Now 8-6. And the delivery cross court. And overpass conceded by Central Michigan. Dig by Kern, though, on the follow-up. And Butler the serve. Kapazinski at the net, blocked. Straight back point to Central Michigan. Or Western Michigan, rather. And now it will be Kaylee Smith, a third serve, and skims the top of the net and drops for an ace. Kaylee Smith putting Western Michigan out ahead by 4. Largest lead of the set for Western Michigan. Kaylee Smith, the delivery, dig at the knees by Kern. Butler, the set at the corner, Aria Wilson, barely kept alive by Riley. Now Willow Martin, the attack. Dig by Kalina Smith. The overpass hammered too far out of bounds by Willow Martin. And Central Michigan gets a point back, 10-7. As now it will be Grace Butler serving off the run for the Chippewas. The dig by Kaylee Smith. Marzo the set on the run, and Willow Martin from the corner. And the kill, Willow Martin. Western Michigan now up 11-7. And it will be Willow Martin, fresh off that kill, who will deliver the serve for the Broncos. And now on its way. Dig by Wilson. Bump set by Kern. Aria Wilson from the corner, going a little bit more off speed. Now Marzo the set from the corner, and Phillips the block out of bounds. Point to Western Michigan. And will be Kate Carey who will be credited with the kill. Willow Martin will serve again, her team up 5. High arcing serve. And Butler the set on the slide is Maddie Whitfield, and Central Michigan stops the run. Now 12-8 in favor of the Broncos. And Aria Wilson, the delivery, too far, out of bounds. That's the third time this set Aria Wilson on either an attack or a serve has gone past the far boundary. And now Janelle Williams, the delivery, and she does the same thing, too far, out of bounds. And each team trading a point there. Western Michigan can afford to do that. Central Michigan cannot, as the Broncos holding on to a lead in the second set. And Kern's delivery on its way. Dig by Kaylee Smith. Marzo the set. Willow Martin on the charge. And another kill for Willow Martin. That was Meredith Phillips, rather. And Western Michigan's lead back up to 5, 14-9. And Marzo will serve for the Broncos. And Mike Golick calling his first time out of the second set. And brief interlude in play here. And once again, thank you very much for listening to WCBN Sports coverage of the Grand Rapids Hall of Fame Volleyball Showcase. Of course, WCBN Sports, based out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, the primary student radio for Michigan athletics. At 6:30, Michigan will play Michigan State here in the final game of the Grand Rapids Showcase. And for those of you listening who are faithfuls of either Western Michigan or Central Michigan, we thank you very much for your listenership. Here, lead 14-9 in favor of the Broncos as Central's timeout coming to an end. Colleen Munson, in a set and a half, has yet to burn a timeout. Mike Golick has used 3. And now, both teams have retaken the court. For those of you looking for some more in-depth volleyball content, you can listen to WCBN's recent interview with Michigan volleyball players Natalie Smith and Katarina Glavinich as Marzo serves. And now the running set by Kapazinski. Off speed goes Kalina Smith, and the block by Syvertson, and free ball given away by Western. Butler, the back set on the slide. Syvertson. Dig by Riley. Marzo, the set from the corner, is Meredith Phillips. And there's going to be a joust at the net, and no, it won't. It falls over just on the other side of the net, and Kalina Smith gets a kill off an overpass. 14-10 Western, and as I was saying, our WCBN's interview with Natalie Smith and Katarina Glavinich on our SoundCloud account, WCBN Sports Radio, or you can see the link to it on WCBN Sports Twitter. And the serve by Grace Butler. Marzo the set on the corner. Meredith Phillips too far, out of bounds, too far to the right. Left, rather. And now Central Michigan cutting the deficit to 3 yet again. And Butler the delivery. Marzo the set and the attack kept alive. And Butler the set at the corner. Kalina Smith full power. And now 14-12 is the score in favor of the Broncos. Western Michigan holding on to a lead barely. Now Butler another serve, and a dig at the knees by Riley, and then on the slide is Smeagol. And now the bump set by Kern. Kalina Smith going off speed. Marzo the dig, bump set by Riley. Meredith Phillips at the corner, dig by Kalina Smith. Butler the set, Smith at the corner, blocked straight back by Smeagol and Carey. Now 15-12 in favor of the Broncos. No, a net violation called on Western Michigan. Point to Central. 14-13, the lead cut to 1. And now Butler the serve, dig at the knees by Martin. The overpass gets down, conceded. And a point to Western Michigan. That's about as bizarre a point as you'll ever see scored by a team. And it will be Kennedy Potts. Potts the delivery, cross court, dig by Hannah Warners. Set by Butler, Kalina Smith at the corner, and the kill by Kalina Smith. And now Kalina Smith committed a couple service errors already in this game. Smith, high jump serve, and that one gets over, and Kalina Smith with an ace. And now, second set knotted up at 15. Kalina Smith will serve again. Long windup, and way too far. That one into the wall at the end of the gym here at Sturris Center. 16-15 Western Michigan. And now Kathleen Riley. Riley from the middle of the back delivery. And Butler, the back set, feathered over by Syvertson, blocked straight back. And Syvertson trying to salvage that, but it goes out of bounds. Point to Western Michigan. Now 17-15 in favor of the Broncos. This is the part in the first set where Western Michigan started to pull away. And served by Riley straight into the net. And now Central Michigan getting a free point back, 17-16, as the Broncos have given away a lot of points on service errors. Syvertson the delivery. Dig by Potts. Marzo the set, and Janelle Williams blocked straight back denied at the net by Maddie Whitfield. And set tied up again at 17. Central Michigan showing a little bit more character. Syvertson another serve. Marzo the set at the corner, carry the attack, and Central will just have to give away a free ball, and the dig by Potts. Marzo, the set at the corner is Willow Martin, and Central Michigan out ahead yet again, 18-17. And this set getting very interesting. Now Kaylee Smith the delivery. The dig by Aria Wilson, and then Maddie Whitfield the attack straight into the net. And now 19-17 in favor of the Broncos. Kaylee Smith standing behind the service line, her left side of the gym, and will now serve. Dig at the knees, and it will be an ace for Kaylee Smith. Aria Wilson able to get her hands to the ball, but not able to get the height. Now Kaylee Smith. Central Michigan up 20, or Western Michigan up 20-17 in the second set. And off it goes. Dig by Kern. Butler, this back set on the slide is Whitfield. Kept alive by Phillips. Marzo the set. Willow Martin at the corner. Kept alive by Aria Wilson. An excellent dig. A lot of height on that one. And Kalina Smith on the charge. Out of bounds. Point to Western Michigan. Now 21-17. The Broncos starting to pull away. Mike Golick might use that last timeout in a little bit. And Kaylee Smith, serve on its way. Dig by Smith. Kapazinski the set. Kalina Smith going off speed. Dig at the knees by Phillips. And Janelle Williams the kill. Western Michigan up 22-17 now. And as stated, Mike Golick calling his last timeout. And Mike Golick in a similar situation that he was in the first set. Western Michigan up 22-17 now. And Western Michigan just dancing in the huddle. Colleen Munson not even addressing her team, just talking to the assistant coaches. There, Western Michigan here having a lot of fun, and Mike Golick, his huddle with his Central Michigan Chippewas, a fair bit more somber. Now 30 seconds left in the huddle. Western Michigan's players already out on the court. And not sure if this is if this game will be regular length, best 3 sets out of 5, or shortened 2 sets out of 3. All the games earlier today were 2 sets out of 3, but they were much more informal affairs. Believe this will be going 3 out of 5. I guess we'll all find out soon enough at the end of this set. Now Kaylee Smith, her team up 5. Behind the service line on the left side for the Broncos. And Kaylee Smith, low delivery, dig by Smith. Butler, the set. Aria Wilson at the corner, kept alive by Riley. Marzo, the set from the corner. Willow Martin, and the kill by Willow Martin. A bit surprising there. It looked to me like Kalina Smith actually got it up in the air, but must have had contact with the ground. Now 2 points away from taking the second set is Western Michigan. Kaylee Smith, the delivery on its way. And the dig by Kalina Smith, and the attack in the middle off the trailing set by Butler is Maddie Whitfield. And now Grace Butler will serve. She has a strange side angle running serve. And now here it comes, Butler the delivery. The dig and the ace by Butler. Poorly mishandled Dig attempt there by Kaylee Smith, and when the players got together after the play, she knew it too. And Butler, another delivery targeting Smith again. Marzo, the back set on the slide is Williams, blocked straight back by Whitfield. And Maddie Whitfield looking hobbled a little bit. Looks like she will stay in the game though, but Central Michigan cut Western's lead to 3, 23-20. At this point, it very well could be anybody's set as Grace Butler, the delivery, and the dig at the knees by Kaylee Smith. Willow Martin on the attack, dig by Kern. Butler the serve at the far corner. Aria Wilson blocked away out of bounds. 23-21 now. The score in favor of the Broncos. And Grace Butler just keeps moving farther and farther left with each successive serve, and the dig by Smith. Marzo the set, and Williams forces another set point for the Broncos. Now Willow Martin behind the service line, an opportunity to take a commanding lead in the second set. Our commanding lead in the game with taking a second set, and Butler the set. Aria Wilson just pushing it over, and Aria Wilson with the kill keeps Central Michigan alive. Another point, 24-22. Central will need 2 more before they can allow Western Michigan to score again if they want to win this set. And Wilson the delivery. The dig by Kaylee Smith. Marzo the set at the corner is Meredith Phillips, out of bounds. Point to Central Michigan. Now Central just needs 1 more to force the extra points. And now Aria Wilson sends it on its way. Dig by Kaylee Smith. Marzo the set. Williams, and Janelle Williams seals the second set for the Broncos, as well as the game. 25-23, 2 sets to none. Turns out these games will be shortened, best 2 out of 3. And Western Michigan sweeps Central Michigan in their game by a score of 2 sets to none. 25-18 the score in the first set, 25-20 the score in the second. And fairly commanding performance by Western Michigan. In their favor, particularly strong performance by Willow Martin on the outside. And now as both teams will complete their post-game talks, and we'd like to thank you very much for listening here. WCBN Sports coverage of the Grand Rapids Hall of Fame Volleyball Showcase. Don't forget, in 45 minutes at 6:30, Michigan will play Michigan State to cap off the festivities today. Thank you very much again for listening. My name is Nick Hornberg. Final score of the first game here at the Grand Rapids Hall of Fame Volleyball Showcase. Western Michigan, 2 sets. Central Michigan, none in a sweep.